What's going on, guys? Big welcome to you all to our channel. We are Team Crushing the Meta, and after the reveal or the review or talking about the card that we have got from the new set for Diabolos, I thought it's also time to talk about the promo. So this is another card that we have got, and it's one of the cards that you could think, for what deck was this card made? Does it work in Unrivaled, or does it only work in Vehement Spruce? But basically, it's not about the Vanguard or the deck, it's about the units that you have in the deck that makes the card work well or not. So for now, let's have the card, talk a little bit about it, and I will give you my thoughts about the skill and everything. So this card has the interesting skill. Basically, whenever it's discarded, so the first ability, when this card is discarded from hand or put into your soul from deck during your turn, if you have a Vanguard with Diabolos in its card name, cost Energy Blast 3 and call this card to an open Vanguard back row. So it's a very good skill, right? But the Energy Blast 3 is a little bit much, if you ask me, because this guy already costs 3 energies. But on the other hand, you don't have to use it all the time, right? So this, you could use it once or twice in a game, that you could call it as a booster, or pretty much you discard it in the early game and get it as a booster behind your Vanguard, and his skill will be active, the second ability. So second ability is actually the interesting ability, which is he needs to be in the back row center Vanguard, which is interesting if you talk about Vehement Spruce, because Vehement Spruce, of course, has a card that you want to have behind the Vanguard, which is her, Stephanie. Stephanie is the card you want to have behind your Vanguard because it's also the card that makes your Vanguard stronger during your opponent's turn. So if you want to play him, you will be taking Stephanie out, or she will be something that will be chilling behind the Vanguard. So that's kind of interesting that Bushido took this approach to have this card needing to boost the Vanguard, right? So his ability needs to be behind the Vanguard, so back row center Vanguard once per turn. At the end of the battle, your Vanguard attacked. If you are in final rush, cost, retire 2 of your front row Vanguards with Diabolos in their card name. Draw a card, choose one of your back row Vanguards and move it to an open Vanguard circle. Alright, so there are multiple things that we could talk about when it comes to this card. If we go back to the first ability, the only thing that is strange is that him costing 3 energy. I think that's too much. For the second ability, there are multiple things that are strange. First of all, he needs to be in the back row center Vanguard, which is, again, doesn't really work with Stephanie. That's first. The second, you need to have a Diabolos Vanguard, which is understandable, but the units that you retire from your front row also needs to be Diabolos's. And that's something that I find very, very strange. Because if you look at the Unrivaled Bruce or the old Bruce, then you will come to the conclusion that both decks play cards like Marjorie, play cards like the new, it's not new anymore, but you do have cards like Marjorie. It's most of the time, it's your main attacker. But you also have like the Servant, the Grade 2. It's also sometimes your attacker. But if you need to play the new promo, then you can't play cards like these because they are not Diabolos's. So you can't play him. They don't work together. So the card that you will be mostly playing, the deck that you'll be mostly playing this card in, is actually the Vehement Spruce deck, because the Vehement Spruce plays mostly Diabolos's, and then he works well with him. So that is something that's a little bit strange if you ask me. He should have been able to retire whatever you have in your front row and then move whatever unit to the front row, and then yeah, that will be fine. So with that, he will not be used in Vehement Spruce. You could use him, but then you will have to change your deck around to not have the Servant or the Marjorie in there. They're mostly your biggest soul chargers. If you take them out, then everything will need a CB to work. And that's too much asking from the deck. Then you have the last part of the ability is that you draw a card, you choose one of your back row rear guards and you call it, and you move it to the front row. And that's basically when this card comes in. Julian will be your attacker, because when Julian attack, you can make 2 more attacks. That's basically the idea. So what you could do is you attack with the first rear guard, then you attack with the other one, then you will attack with your Vanguard, then using the skill of, in this case, Gino and Eden. So that's basically how your field will be looking like. So you have this looking like that, and then you have this chilling, of course, behind your Vanguard. And it doesn't matter if you have something right here or not. It would be cool if you have something that could move, like leave an empty regular circle behind it, like Doper, but it doesn't really matter. This is how your field would look like. You'll attack first with this, then you will attack with that, and then you will attack with him boosted, because why not? And then this would restand, this would restand with his ability. So it would be cool if you have a booster behind it, then that will get more power. Let's say, for argument's sake, something like this, or Stephanie. So you attack with this, and then you resend with your Vanguard, and then you do your drive checks, then you attack, and then at the end of the last attack, you could use his ability to retire those 2 to draw a card, and then move this to the front row, and then he will be the one that is attacking. You will move him to this side, and then use his ability to count +1 to call 2 more rear guards. That's basically the big idea. What do you lose right here? You lose the second ability of Gino, the ability to add something to your hand and to go to soul, because you will retire him here. But again, you could also choose to call this out of your soul and then attack again with it and put it into your soul and get something. So there are, like, it does make the deck a little bit flexible, and it does bring cards back that were taken out of the deck. And he also works very well with the new grade 2, because they are both Diaboloses. This could be the one right here, because he also gets the boost ability. So you could make really nice combination between these 3 cards in this deck. The only sad thing about him, and the same goes for him, is you could not play them in the Unrivaled Bruce, in my opinion. The way that you can make the deck the strongest, that's impossible, because you'll be asking too much of the deck and you'll be using him most of the time, but your Order needs a Counter Blast, he needs a Counter Blast, your Bruce needs a Counter Blast, it's just too much. So that's actually it for this video. I will make you guys another video where I will show you a... you could take it, it's fine. You can make sounds, they don't mind. Lana is like, I'm making sounds. You can make sounds, it's okay. You could also say hi.
Bye.
Bye. So yeah, that's actually it. I will make you guys a new video where I will talk about the VMS Bruce and how it would look like, which cards you could take out to put in, and then we'll do a combo video and we'll do a deck profile. So we will have multiple videos coming up for you guys to enjoy these new cards when they come out. I'm also interested if we will get more Diaboloses, as this is already a triple rare. Will we get a double rare or a rare or a common, more Diaboloses to fit into the new playstyle, or would that be it? Alright, thank you again for watching, thank you for tuning in our channel, we will see you guys very soon. So till next time.